What is up, my veggies? My name is BTR, and welcome to an episode review for the series finale of The Walking Dead. Um, After a lot of rewatching the main series and everything, and taking a little break to watch World Beyond, um, I am here to talk about the final episode of The Walking Dead. Obviously, we know this episode was not the end of The Walking Dead completely, because I'm pretty sure Fear still had to end, was still going at the time. And then we got all the spin-offs after that and everything. But let's go ahead and talk about this episode itself, the finale of the series. And going into this, I'm talking about my first time going into when I first watched the episode. I had no idea what I was getting into. I was like, okay, is this gonna be a good finale, or is it gonna be one of those finales that botch it? And I feel like the episode does a really good job at wrapping up the storyline that we've been going through this season with the whole Commonwealth and Pamela Milton and all that. Gives a bunch of these characters closure and everything. Which half of the episode, a good chunk of the episode, feels like the finale to the season, and then another bit feels like a finale to the series, and then another bit feels like setting up the spinoff. But we do get a bunch of closure with a bunch of characters and like where these characters are currently and like how some characters see each other. Like example, Maggie and Negan get a cool little interaction here. It was like that, like kind of puts like, oh, this is where we are and everything, which I'm very curious to see how that leads off of going into Dead City, which I still haven't seen yet. Um, but overall, I think this season of this show, episode of the show, is really well done, and it is like one of the biggest gut punches in this season. Like in the end of the last season, last episode, Judith gets shot, and we open with that, being like getting into the hospital and everything, and like um Daryl having to help and not even that long into the episode, um we lose Luke and Luke's girlfriend, I forget her name. And I'm like, we're barely into the episode. Judith is shot, and these two die. Like, what the heck? And I really liked Luke. I think Luke was one of my favorite characters. Like that came in with that group, and I was like, I can't believe this. And getting to see a little bit of interaction with a bunch of the characters, and getting to see Mercer go through more in this episode. I like Mercer. He's a really cool character. I really hope in like one of the spinoffs we see him again in the future one day. I really do like Mercer. But the biggest gut punch of the episode is Rosita getting bit. And it's the most saddening thing. I bawled my eyes out when I found out she was bit, and then I bawled my eyes out again when she died. And it was so sad. I was legit in tears and everything. Like I was crying. I was crying, and it was such a good finale. But personally, there could have other characters we could have lost. I think one thing that I did not like, I knew about the Daryl spinoff was already announced. I'm pretty sure at the time it was still, yeah, the Daryl spinoff was already announced, and it was already confirmed that Melissa McBride, is that right? Carol's act wasn't going to be in it. But we knew nothing was going to happen to Daryl or Maggie and Negan, because we know they both had spin-offs. So that was kind of something I really wish was not announced. So I killed any tension with those characters. Um, but overall, and then like after the whole, this episode has like one of the coolest Walker kills ever, where it's like they blow up a huge chunk of an area in the Commonwealth to take out all these walkers, and oh my goodness, it is like a massive explosion. You see these walkers get obliterated, It is really cool. Um, and Pamela gets locked up, and then we jump to a year later after Rosita dies. We jump to a year later. Before that, actually, there's a little nod that happens between Daryl and Negan, show like that respect is. And I'm like, we needed that. I'm like, we needed that after everything that's happened in this season. But overall, this season, this episode, I mean, yeah, and then we get like a little like epilogue. It's kind of like where everyone is a year later. Ezekiel is the leader of the Commonwealth, along with the Mercer, kind of like being co-leaders and everything, which is really cool. Um, we see everyone living their lives and everything, and I think overall the episodes just handle the thing. We see Hilltop and Alexandra. I think Hilltop too, right? Yeah. Or is it just Alexandra? All of it. We see that they're back in running order, and overall, I think the season, I mean, the finale does a great job. And then we get a little we get this whole little thing that's like showing off every single character in the series, like, and we're the ones that live and everything. And when we see a little tease with Rick and Michonne, which sets up that spinoff, which I still haven't seen yet. I haven't watched it yet. I do plan on watching and reviewing it. But yeah, overall, I think this season, this finale is so well done. Like a lot of shows, a lot of people say The Walking Dead just got worse and worse and worse as it went. And there are times where The Walking Dead is weaker, but personally, I think this show really hit its finale. I think it's probably my top 10 favorite finales of all time. Um, sorry, top 12. Um, and I'm definitely enjoyed the episode overall. If I have to give a rating, I will give this episode a rating of. Well, that's toughy. That's toughy. Um, I'll give this episode a. You know what? I'm gonna be really nice. Give this a 4 out of 5. I think it's a great finale. I think it does. If I had to throw out any criticisms, I feel like obviously they have to build up the finale like to the season, but also the fact that it has to set up all these spin-offs and everything is like something that also just like is okay, this is kind of thing. And also set up Daryl spin-off, I forgot to mention that. Like Daryl goes off and leaves. But that's really all I've got to say about this finale. I think it does a fantastic job. I think I think it is a really good episode. Um, I don't know if I'd call it like my favorite finale of the series, but I think it's still a really good episode and everything. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed the episode quite a bit. But what did you guys think of the finale of The Walking Dead? Let me know down in the comment section below. Um, I do intend on reviewing the this final season as a whole, and then the series as a whole and everything, and then expect individual episode reviews of the tales from The Walking Dead. So expect that coming whenever those videos come out. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I think I will see all of you guys in the next one. If you guys got another show you want me to review, I have a few ideas of shows to take a look at, but let me know down in the comment section below, and I will see each and every one of you guys in the next one. You guys are awesome. You guys know all the drills, all the stuff in the description. And that's really all I gotta say, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see each and every one of you. I'm trying to stretch the video to 10 minutes if you can't tell. Thank you guys so much, though. You guys are awesome. I'll see each and every single one of you guys in the next. Bye.